Hello, welcome. My name's Greg Watford, and in this video, we're going to be covering how to set up a lead capture page or a web page in under 5 minutes. Now, what we're also going to do is connect that lead capture page to an autoresponder list, a specific one, and I'm going to show you how easy it can be accomplished. So, we're going to be using the Power Lead system for the creation and the hosting of the web page, and we're going to be using An Aweber as our autoresponder list. Now, one thing to bear in mind that the Power Lead system is a very accomplished platform. It actually does provide emails, and it does carry an autoresponder system within it. But if you've got an Aweber list already running and you want to connect your Power Lead system web pages to the Aweber list, this is the easy way to do it. Okay, so let's continue on. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page here, and we're going to be talking about landing pages. Landing page is the first page that your visitor sees, and it's often got a form on it where you can capture the name and email address, hence the name capture page, or it's also called a squeeze page. But in a basic sales funnel, it looks, oh, sorry, there's the autoresponder that we're going to be linking to. In this case, it's the Aweber. And the autoresponder sends out automatically emails, of course, to help you educate your list and provide a service to them, give them value, and allow you to build a rapport with that list. So that's where the name and email addresses are going to be dropped into. So when a visitor enters their name and email address on that landing page, what happens next is they're taken to a thank you page, or sometimes called a success page. And it's really, another name for it is an offer page. That's where there's a video and it describes the product or service that you're offering. And once they click on a link, right, they can go and either purchase that's a product or service, or register if it's a membership site on, let's call it the order page, or some people call it the sales page. So that's the basic sales funnels made up of three pages. Now, with the emails coming out of the autoresponder, as I said, they're done automatically, and they help educate your subscriber and for you to build a rapport with that subscriber. And in each of those emails, there will be a link to take them back to that success page or the offer page, so they can watch the video again, or if maybe they haven't watched it at all. So you can link that through to any page that you like, but it's usually taken through to the offer page. Now, the other thing that's often used within a basic sales funnel, instead of having one landing page, to have more than one, 2, 3, or 4, and we're going to compare them. So I just thought I'd throw that one in there. We've got landing page 1, landing page 2, and of course that second landing page there goes through to the offer page as well. And instead of driving traffic directly to those landing pages, those capture pages, you put them through a rotator. So the traffic comes into the rotator, and the rotator just switches from 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 as it goes through. And then you can look at the stats at the end and say which landing page produced the best conversions. And then, of course, the worst, you drop the worst and replace it with another one. So you're comparing one against another to improve your click-through rate. Okay, so that's basically about it. So what we're going to do right now is, as I said, create one of these landing pages. And let's say this one, we'll create a new landing page, and we're going to be using that Aweber list. We're going to connect it directly to that to a specific Aweber list, and I'm about to show you how easy it's done, and hopefully we're going to do it under 5 minutes. Okay, well, yes, in less than 5 minutes with a question mark. All right, so so the steps we're going to be taking, just to cover it again, we're going to be using the Power Lead system to host the website or the web page, and we're going to be using Aweber as our autoresponder. So the first step is we're going to create the new page by copying an existing one. Now, of course, you can start a web page from scratch and you can play around with it for hours, but we're going to be doing this under 5 minutes, and the easy way to do it is just to copy an existing page. Now, if you're just new to the Power Lead system, for example, and you haven't got existing pages, you actually have, because the PLS system already has some suggested templates that you can actually choose from, and you just copy those. What we're going to be doing today is I've already set up a page, a known good page, because we get around about a 40% click-through rate on this particular page, and we're going to change the background on it and try it, see if we can get a higher click-through rate on it. So copying a page is very, very easy, and I highly recommend rather than starting from scratch. So we're going to be creating a subdomain, and we're going to link it to that new page. Now, with the PowerLead system, you actually put in your domain name. You can create a brand new domain name. But one of the huge advantages of the PLS system is you can create an infinite number of subdomains. So a subdomain is the bit that goes on the left-hand side of the domain name. So it's subdomain dot, yourdomain.com. So you can create an infinite number of subdomains, and we can link one page to each subdomain. So in this case, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to link that page and that subdomain to a specific Aweber list. Now, even though it looks like there's 3 steps, there's really only 2 steps, because the step 2 and 3 are actually in one. Right, okay, so let's get stuck into this and see how we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our stopwatch, because we're going to time this and see if we can do it in under 5 minutes. I haven't done it before, like the stopwatch bit, but let's see how we go. Okay, so let's start the stopwatch, and away we go. So I've already got my Aweber already opened up. Just make sure that you're aware of this. So I've already got an account in Aweber. I've gone into Manage Lists up in the top right-hand corner where it shows me all my lists, and I happen to have one list by the name of a test list that I use for nothing much, and it has a list name. There's our list name, the AW list right there. So which we'll be taking that list, the unique ID, out of there in a moment. Okay, so I've also logged into my PowerLead system. So this is the first page that you see in the PowerLead system when you log into your back office, as it were. So, okay, we're going to go here, and we're going to have a look at an existing web page. As I said, we're going to copy one of my web pages that I've already got set up. So, I'm clicking my web page, and there it is there. The top one, it says test LP1, test landing page number 1. And all we're going to do is copy it. Now, what it looks like is this. I've already got this opened up for you. It's just got a straight blue background. It's pretty straightforward. And it's just got the first name and email address there. Show me the video. That's all it is, and that gets a conversion rate of around about 40% to a good list if we're sending that to a good, let's say, solo list. So let's go and copy that over on the right-hand side, top line. I'm going to click copy. So I'm just clicking copy, and there it is. We can tell it's a copy. There's its name there. So what we're going to do is call it test. Let's call it number 2, and then we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that's the name that only you and I will see. This one here is what the visitor sees. It's on the tab at the top of the page. People making money here, because that ties up with what's on the page itself. It says here, select the domain for the web page. Now, here's the tip. Do not select the domain name for the web page at this point in time. If you select, let's say number 3, I want to use a new address with my existing domain, and you go and create a subdomain in there, what will happen is the PowerLead system will automatically link this page and that subdomain to the default Aweber address. Now, to get your default Aweber address is up here. Where is it? It's in websites, Aweber settings. So if I went into Aweber settings and put in a list number in there, a unique ID, it would that would be the default list ID, and it would default many pages to the list. We're not going to do that. We're going to link a specific email address, unique ID, Aweber unique ID. I do this with all my pages. I make sure I link it to the one that I want, because I've got several lists. Okay, so I do the top one. Do not assign a domain at this time. Okay, so that's the important point there. The second, step 3 in this, using a survey form. do not use an autoresponder campaign. As I said, Powerlead system uses its own autoresponder campaigns, and you can use them if you so wish, but I don't want to. I want to use the Aweber to do that. And the last one here is if the page is using a form, which this one is, right, we're going to be going to another, so I normally click, it's either the second last one or the last one. So the second last one, a page from your website, so you can click that and find this is the sales page. It's going to be the second page in your sales funnel. Or I'll just leave it from previously. I had this one already set up as a sales page, so I'll just leave it as that. So that's it. That's the first bit done. Just cover it again. We've given it a name. That is the subject for the title. And I'll just get rid of that word create out of there. Whoops, a daisy. And we're going to do not assign a domain. We're not going to assign a campaign to it, an email campaign. And we're going to send it to a sales page, which I've already got designated there. I'm going to click Save the Changes to this web page. And you can see the next one up here is background. We've just done the basic edits. We've narrowed into background, and then we'll do the edit text. This one here shows the background as being blue. How about we go and select another background? Okay, that's something nice. How about beachy? How about there? That'll lift just the fun of it. So I've just clicked that, and there it is. Here you can change the text, do whatever you want to do with it. Play around with the that little yellow button there, change the colors. I'll leave it the way it is. I'm now going to click review up the top right, and we're going to click view, and we're going to click the green one. So there it is. So that's what the subscriber, I mean the viewer, would actually see, and with this. So one thing I wanted to point out to you is up in the URL. See this URL across the top? This URL, I don't normally send this out to people. I don't put it out on the internet. The reason being is that's my domain that I have with the Powerlead system with PLS. But here happens to be my unique number, in my membership number in PLS, and this is the number of the page, of this particular web page. I don't normally send that out. It doesn't look nice, and this is why we need a subdomain that we're going to link to it. Okay, so let's go back and now link that subdomain, because linking the subdomain will do the work for us regarding the Aweber bit as well. So I've got websites, domain and subdomains, and now I'm going to manage subdomains. And right at the top will be, I can create a new subdomain. Now what I do, let's go and have a look at the page again. I normally take something off the page to call it the subdomain. So how about we call it, what stands out is making money here. So let's go and call it that. All right, making money, whoops, here. That's why I do two-finger typing. It's terrible, but that's the way I do it. If I can do this, you can do this. Does that look all right? Making money here. Yeah, okay. So making money here, dot your best internet success, which is my domain. And I'll go and click create. I'm just getting to the green button. And it's the top one. To use an existing web form from your library. So this, I'm going to link that subdomain with a form, with a page, a web page that we've already made up, the one we just made up now. So let's see, click here. It's thinking about it, and we're going to scroll down. It's in alphabetical order. So that was test, wasn't it? Test LP. So going down, ST. There we go, test LP1. That was the one that we called it. Right, so that's the name of the page that we've just set up. So now I'm going to go down to the bottom and click Save My Choice. And here it is regarding the Aweber. So now we can actually put an Aweber name in here. Now you can select the default one. See, there's my default one. I don't want the default one. I want a specific Aweber list. So I'm going back to my Aweber list. I'm now going to take that number and very carefully copy it. I'm now going to paste it into here. and make sure there's no spaces at the front or the back, at the home or the end. I use, because I've got a PC, I use home and end. Home and end brings the cursor to the front and the back of that word, so there's no spaces there. I click submit, and it says changes made. Thank you. I click continue, green button at the bottom, and save my choice, the green button at the bottom, and this is where you can select the campaign, the email campaign that you want to go out to your subscribers. I'm going to choose no campaign, do not send a campaign, because I'm going to use Aweber to send the campaign, so not PLS. So I choose this campaign, clicking the green button, and that's it, finished. So I'm just going to do a right click and have a look at the page up the top, and there it is. Right, for some unknown reason, it's still got the blue background. Let's go back very quickly and into, this is how easy you can do this. I'm going to modify it. So I'm going to click my web pages, and it was LP2. Oh, that's because I selected LP1. I assigned LP1. Oh, that's where I did the wrong thing. Okay, so there you go. Yes, I had the right background, but I assigned the wrong page to my subdomain. So let's go back into manage subdomains. Right, I'm going to scroll down where it says the newest, which is that one there. I'm going to click assign. Right, and it's going to go back again through that same routine. Right, and we're going to go down. It's not LP1, it's LP2. So it's test LP2. I selected the wrong one, aren't I, silly? So save my choice. Right there, and right, it just makes sure that we've got the right setting. It's 6957. 6957, that's the correct Aweber list. And click save. Right, and I choose this campaign. And now all I've got to do is go up to here and click refresh. There it is. There's the background. Let's go back and stop the stopwatch. 10 minutes! I couldn't do under 5. I looks like I talk too much. It's double the amount of time. Even though I did have that bit of an error, that probably would have taken off a minute or two. But it looks like I still didn't do under 5 minutes. It took me 10 minutes. Well, there you go. It was fun doing it anyhow. So that's the page, and that is the URL that we'll give out. I've got here making money here dot and my domain name there, and that's basically how you do it. So just to prove that this actually does work, let's go and put test in here as the first name, and let's go. You've got to be a bit careful about. Let's do this one. I'll leave it in bold. It's easy to see. Testing at email.com. All right. So and then click the yellow button. The robot comes up to make sure that, or anti-robot. Right. So we're DCEV. Make sure we're a real human. And it takes me through to the next page, and that happens to be the page that I've got set up in this particular sales funnel as the sales page, so the new person would actually see this. Now, to make sure that everything has worked okay, I'm now going to go through to my Aweber. I'm now going to go subscribers, because we're in this test list. I'm going to go subscribers, just click on subscribers, and it should show me. There you go. That was what we just put in, testing at email.com. Oh, it's got confirmation pending. It's probably because I haven't set up. Normally, in list options, I would normally set up no confirmation email required. But it looks like I have in this case. It's only a test. It's only a test list. But that's just proven that the system works. Whereby if I go back, that page takes me right through. It takes me through to the second page in the sales funnel. And my email address, the subscriber's email address there, appears in my Aweber, list. Okay, that concludes it. I'm sorry that we couldn't do it under 5 minutes. Probably if I went bang, bang, bang without all the talking, I could cut the time down in half and it would be under 5 minutes. But look, I hope you got value out of that. And I look forward to seeing you at another video. Okay, bye.